Hello everyone, welcome to your live watch along of Chelsea versus Wolves in the Premier League, and it's the first game of the new era under Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea. Let's go and let's get the 3 points today. And let's go off the table, come on Chelsea!
What's happened, you switch that off.
Hi Chelsea!
It's an interesting selection.
Come on, Chelsea!
Seems to say for the moment they're going to lean on a little bit more experience rather than the products of the academy, who've got a very good run, of course, under Frank Lampard.
Come on, boys!
Wolves have to come from a rather distant part of the stadium to meet a Chelsea side who find themselves down in 10th place at the moment. They are only 6 points, mind you, off the top 4.
So,
and Thomas Tuchel will be expected to produce instant results, won't he?
come on Tuchel!
Well, I think so. The fact that you're 10th in the league, that's why he's been brought in. The experience of his knowledge. He loves the way, he plays attacking football. He wants to be creative. But all in all, at this moment in time, Chelsea need points on the board and quickly.
Wolves have to come from a fairly distant part of the stadium here. They wouldn't be the first visitors during the pandemic to be a little late out for duty. It's quite a long journey.
Tuchel!
Thomas Tuchel is there already. He seemed very excited.
I agree, but a point's a point. Now let's go for Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge of Chelsea. Let's go, let's win.
It's an amazing experience to join the Chelsea family and be a part of the Premier League, which so far he's watched from afar.
I'm looking forward to this.
And as Wolves make their way out, why don't we check on the
I don't mind.
for you? And Thomas Tuchel's
You just have to. The messages have just got to be not stupid questions.
Last Premier League team. Mason Mount's a notable casualty after a run of 13 starts in the league. Sunday's Cup hat-trick hero Tammy Abraham is also left out, along with Reece James and Christian Pulisic, who has a slight knock, we understand.
That's interesting. Pulisic got a slight knock, but he's on the bench.
Olivier Giroud up front. Hakim
Olivier Giroud's absolute legend, pal. Absolute legend.
To form Timo Werner has to make do with a place on the substitute bench.
How is everyone, Chelsea?
Wolverhampton Wanderers, while they welcome back their pacey forward Daniel Podence. Tonight he's missed the last 5 games with a calf injury. 2 other changes from the last league game against West Brom bring in the young wingback Ryan Ait-Nouri and Max Kilman in a return to a 3-man defence. The players to make way are Fabio Silva, João Moutinho and Roman Saiz. The new striker, William Jose, who's alive.
Yeah, I'm watching the match, but I'm also doing commentary for you, for the viewers, and also we got a timer on so that you guys can know what minute the game is in and everything.
Evening, Glenn.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, everybody.
We've gone 4,
yeah, it's all change at
3,
Chelsea.
3, 1, 4, 3, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1.
This team is not chosen from form, is it? He's gone for experience, Tuchel. There's no doubt.
Come on, Tuchel.
What it is,
Tuchel.
The same shape, a similar shape to what the players understand and know. And as for Wolves, well, they've gone back to their back three. They look better in a back three. There's no doubt about it. I'm just wondering whether Traore might actually just play down the middle, and Podence might play in the wide berth. That's something we'll have to.
Sorry, I can't show the game due to copyright, so I can't show the game, unfortunately.
It'll be interesting to see exactly how they do deploy Adama Traore. Well, one of the biggest jobs that the new manager get a tune from his fellow German Kai Havertz, who struggled so far to make an impact at Chelsea in his first season after his big money move. And for Wolves, really, the question is, can they get a bit more of a dividend from Adama Traore? We know about his explosive pace, but he hasn't scored now for 37 Premier League games.
Come on! Just so you guys know that there will be
before kick-off, Chelsea are
there will be a minute's silence because it is
Holocaust Memorial Day.
Holocaust Memorial Day. So we're gonna have a minute silence. So I'm gonna have a silence for a minute.
Museum really of 49 flames on athletes who were victims of the Holocaust.
Come on, Chelsea.
So we're all set to go here. Two teams who haven't
Yeah,
been
I'm
in the greatest form, frankly, in the Premier League. Wolves have really
Yeah, I'm
gone
okay.
off the ball. They've
Hopefully
won
Chelsea can get the
6
win.
Premier League games. They're down to 14th place now. They are still 10 points above the dreaded bottom 3, but it hasn't been going the way it has in the last couple of seasons with them when they were 7th 2 seasons running.
Come on, boys. Come on, Chelsea. What do you?
All set to go. Thomas Tuchel, who took Paris Saint-Germain to the Champions League final last season. The players, of course, taking the knee in an anti-racism stance before kick-off, as always. And Wolves getting us underway here. What a contrast.
Here we go. Chelsea versus Wolves. Wolves getting on the way. And here we go. The reign and the era of Thomas Tuchel gets underway.
Finished in the top 4 and made it into the Champions League. And it also meant that Wolves had no European place to look forward to as well. Things change very, very quickly in football. Here's Thiago Silva.
Oh, fuck off, man. And then...
He's gone for experience, hasn't he? And they're going to have plenty of the ball as well. They're going to have to be...
I'll try and do Chesterfield
Hudson-Odoi.
game on Saturday. I will. Come
Yes,
on, Chelsea.
looking to play
Go
with
on.
With his left foot from that angle that he loves. Creates so many goals, certainly did in all his time at Ajax. Wolves managing to break that one up. Wolves haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 12 Premier League games, and picking up a little knock there. That's the worst run they've had in that department since they came up into the Premier League on their latest excursion into the top flight.
Yeah, I think that could be something to do with changing from a back 3, which they played predominantly, probably all season, for the last couple of seasons, more than that, and going into a back 4. They didn't look as comfortable on the ball or defensively. But tonight they've definitely gone with this back 3 to wing backs, and they know this system better. They are obviously missing Jimenez up front. That's the focal point that everyone talks about, but I think this shape actually suits Wolves down to the ground.
Antonio Rudiger has been out of favour for most of the season. Kurt Zuma preferred, but he's in at the moment. There's another player that Thomas Tuchel will know very well, of course, fellow German.
Come on, boys. Come on,
It
Chelsea.
looks like it might be a back 3, doesn't it, for Chelsea, with Hudson-Odoi playing as a wing-back on one side and Ben Chilwell on the other.
Yeah, Havertz and Ziyech is just in behind Giroud. Like, they're playing as little inside forwards. You know, we expected one of them to be wide, but he's allowed him to go and play the two of them just in behind Giroud, and Hudson-Odoi wide on the right.
Well, I think he's known, Thomas Tuchel, for a few tactical variations, one of which is 4-2-2-2. It's not that, but it's interesting to see really what tune he can get out of Kai Havertz, who was such a young star in Germany, but it hasn't quite happened for him yet in England.
Now, in Germany, he definitely played higher up the pitch, and this little shape actually will give him the opportunity to arrive in the penalty better.
Wing-back is a slightly unusual role for Callum Hudson-Odoi. He's usually just an out-and-out wide attacker. Bit of defensive work to do as well, maybe. Chilwell to cut inside. That's intercepted by Neves. No Moutinho alongside him for this one. He's left on the bench. They'll be glad to have Daniel Podence back. He's
Come on,
missed the last 5
Chelsea!
games.
That was really good attacking play,
How
wasn't
has
it, Hudson?
Giroud not scored
Taking
that?
the ball back, just shifts his body, gets a lovely little ball in there, right in the danger zone, and Giroud can't get his timing right. I think he thinks it's going to be cleared, but
How has
it's a wonderful
Giroud
ball
not
from
scored? But
Hudson-Odoi.
it's better from
He's the new
Chelsea,
manager,
it's
thinks he's,
better.
opened his account, but lovely play from the winger.
You've seen Giroud put that kind of chance away so often, right up his street, those.
So how is everyone? Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge of Chelsea. And so far, within the first 5 minutes, we're playing a lot better football. Go on.
Ziyech to lay it
Go
wide.
on.
Chilwell
Chilwell.
with an early ball
Header.
in.
Oh, Giroud. Unlucky.
Grow high and
Unlucky,
out.
Giroud,
Hudson
unlucky.
much involved early on.
No, we're here to talk football. Luca.
Jorginho to play it wide. Here's Ziyech.
If you guys want to join
He's playing slightly inside
my
this
Discord
defenders.
server,
He's also like a number 8 really.
Yeah, Havertz and Ziyech are just,
They're-
it's very difficult for Wolves in there. They're totally outnumbered. They've got two in midfield.
if you guys want to come and join the server, you guys are welcome. If you guys also want to come on the server and chat to me while the stream is on, go on to Football Voice Chat and I'll be on there for you to talk to me during the stream.
Behind the ball. It's about getting the ball out to Traore and hitting on that counter attack.
All Chelsea early on. Wolves, I don't think, have crossed the halfway line yet. Chilwell.
Come on, Chilwell, go on! Come on, come on!
Chelsea corner. Wolves.
Go on,
Only
Chelsea!
taken 5 points out of the last 27 available to them.
Yeah, already you can see just a slight change when the ball goes.
Go on,
wide,
Chelsea!
coming in, there are 4 or 5 blue shirts.
We're playing
You know,
well.
to get in the penalty
Someone
area.
get your hand onto the ball!
Penalty area, and they're trying to
Get your
early
hand onto the
crosses
ball!
Chelsea.
All those players will want to make a
Ziyech to take the
with a
corner
new
for
bus
Chelsea.
around. Ziyech
Still
doesn't
not being the first
beat
man.
The first defender with that one. Not to Hudson-Odoi again.
Well done, onto the door, well done!
Trying to pickpocket the ball, but it's coming back yet again.
Chelsea! Chelsea! Chelsea!
What's
Chelsea!
the possession stats so far? About 90% by the look of it. Havertz now.
Unlucky! 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 Not a lot of people on YouTube.
Of course, Wolves are coming off a FA Cup win at Chorley. They really had to work for it against the National League North side. Just the 1-0 Vitinha from a long way out. He's on the bench today. Well, it's 85%. I wasn't far off.
Weren't far off there, Ian, were you? But no, Wolves have got to try and get some possession. It's difficult if they're not going to play out from the back and go long. They've got nobody to hit up front. You know, any high ball up there, Provence is not going to attack the ball and win flick-ons and retain the ball. So they're going to have to build up from the back.
This is better from Wolves. Now they've crossed the halfway line. It's Neto. But Thiago Silva bites in with the challenge. Thiago Silva. Kovacic, who was voted Player of the Year.
Come on,
last season.
boys! Come on!
Chilwell again.
Go on, Havertz! That's the ball!
Havertz.
Unlucky, 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 Giroud!
Olivier Giroud, who's 34 now, but still a menace. Still capable of getting goals. He's averaging one every other game this season when used.
We just need to get someone. Won't be long.
Kovacic again.
But
Semedo. Kovacic tried to stop him. Semedo couldn't quite feed it wide to Adama Traore.
Chelsea are playing quite well. We're actually playing so much better than in the last game that we played in the league against Leicester. We are playing with so much guile, we're playing with so much freedom that we're starting to actually play football again. And this is like enjoyable to watch the first 10 minutes. It's been great to watch. Thank you for the thumbs up, I highly appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe with the bell notification. Don't forget to post again so you get updates when I do live watch-alongs in the future. And previews, because I will be doing previews again. Come on, corner, come on! Come on, corner, Chelsea, corner.
A few chances this season. They've got an option to buy him for £20 million at the end of the campaign.
Come on, boys! Come on, Chelsea!
They only scored once in the Premier League so far. Kai Havertz, that was back in October in that 3-3 draw. Dramatic game Chelsea had here against Southampton.
Come on, boys! Just keep passing the ball around. Keep going.
Look at that from Ziyech.
It
landed just about on the toenails of Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, it was a lovely diagonal, wasn't it? But
how on earth is that not handball? How on earth is that not handball?
When you're a wing back, you haven't got to swing around on the cover and cover your two centre backs. You've got three back there, so you can be a little bit more aggressive in your position. And he made sure he got out there quickly and closed Hudson-Odoi, and he's playing the throw.
I thought Thomas Tuchel's pre-match interview was good when he was asked what style, what should Chelsea fans expect. He said, well, we hope to be
so, if you guys want to put any questions in the chat, put questions in the chat and I'll answer all your questions when I can.
Defensively solid, that's just about everything, isn't it?
Come on, Chelsea!
Everything, doesn't it? It's all right saying it, but you've got to put it to, you've got to put it to the pitch out there. Every single player's got to be switched on. He's only had one day with the team, but already he's changed to a back three. Made it slightly different, possibly because he knew Wolves would be playing the back three themselves.
I'd be interested if he did.
Well, he eats and breathes and sleeps football by all accounts. Thomas Tuchel is tactically pretty cute, known for that. Did a very good job with Mainz. Won silverware for Borussia
for
Dortmund.
God's sake, that's not a foul.
More of it at Paris Saint-Germain, including taking him, of course, to a Champions League final last season, back-to-back titles.
Come on, just keep playing the way we are.
I think it's fair to say he's pretty much in an ardent love affair with the game.
So far, Chelsea 0, Wolves 0 in the Premier League.
Here's Willy Bowley. In the last few weeks after his injury, they're always a little bit better with him around.
There was just that example there, Ian. That
come on, boys!
From the free kick, Bowley had no one to play it to up the top.
Just keep passing it around, just keep going.
To play a short one and then go long again and just give the ball away.
Ziyech drifting another.
Oh, lucky, boys!
Still managed to win it, and here comes Aït-Nouri. They do have some pace up front if it can be utilised, certainly with Neto and Podence and Traore.
Come on, Chelsea, just keep playing the way we are. Keep playing with the passion. At the moment, we're keeping Wolves to minimal chances. The more we keep going, the more better this is going to get. Just got to keep going. Come on, Chelsea.
25 yards and less, passes from that distance, and they'll get in behind Chelsea. But
if you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button, hit the like, subscribe with the bell notification. Don't forget to post, so that you guys can get updates when I do these in the future.
Popping the ball around pretty pleasingly here.
At the moment,
Semedo's broken that one up. New signing this season, Nelson Semedo from Barcelona.
We're just going to keep the pressure going, and the more pressure we keep on pressurising Wolves, I think we will get a goal, but We have to think.
Derby against West Bromwich Albion, which Albion won 3-2.
We have to
Cody
think.
got substituted for the very first time by his manager.
We were shocked, weren't we? And it was just after he'd given the penalty away as well.
So we just have to keep playing and keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And we just got to push and push and push. That's all you can do.
That was better from Havertz there. Look, they pinched the ball, Chelsea, and he covers the ground there. He's got movement in front of him, but it's the first time I've seen him sort of run with the ball that distance with a bit of power.
At the moment,
and a bit of
it's not
purpose,
bad.
but just couldn't quite get the shot off, could he?
Well, he was regarded, I think, before his move as
We need to keep going, keep
one of
pressurising.
the best young talents in Germany, if not the best.
He certainly knows how to finish, left and right foot. He can head the ball.
Oh,
I've seen him all kinds of goals he scored in Germany, but he just hasn't showed that at the moment. He's playing a little bit deeper, obviously, for Chelsea than he did. But,
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the
it
stream.
comes with a goal. If he gets a goal tonight or whenever that comes, I'm sure he can build on that, and that's what Thomas Tuchel will be looking to do. You know, get him off the mark. Well, he's had one Premier League goal, isn't he? That's not
Does anybody want to ask me any questions, ask me anything, and I'll ask all your questions. Chelsea just passed the ball around at the moment. Wolves 0, Chelsea 0, 16 minutes played.
At Burnley, Ollie Watkins has scored up there at Turf Moor. Burnley 0, Aston Villa 1.
At the moment is, in the other game, Aston Villa 1, Burnley 0, Ollie Watkins with the goal on 14 minutes.
At the bottom, and it certainly will be at the top this season as well.
Good shout, well done Kovacic, well done.
Left to go. It's Kovacic.
This is good football. Chelsea on the ball at the moment, just passing it around. Trying to do as much as we can to try and create something.
Looks like Wolves are quite content to just sit in there, and anything they can get on a fast break they'll take. But
come on, boys.
Concentrating on trying to keep this
Go on, Callum.
and make life as difficult as possible for Chelsea.
Oh, lucky Callum.
Hudson-Odoi. Coleman got in the way that time.
Chelsea are playing really well. That's not a foul. That's not a foul.
Neves is hurt.
It was just generally going for the ball.
He just gets caught there. It was a little bit of a risky ball from Podence, actually. He just hopefully played it inside to anyone, and I think if Chelsea win the ball there, they're in. But CS just makes the foul. It's a dangerous play, isn't it? It's a correct decision. It's a foul.
How is everyone? Chelsea 0-0. If you guys want to let me know where you are, if it's, and let me know where you're watching from in the world, that'd be great.
Launching that one long towards
0-0 here at Stamford Bridge between Chelsea and Wolves in the Premier League.
Here's the Croatian Kovacic, who was signed when the transfer embargo was on, but that was because he was already through the door, so to speak. He had the option of making it a permanent move and took that. Worth remembering that Frank Lampard did have to operate last season with that transfer ban on. He did get them into the top four. He did get them to the FA Cup final. He's only had 1.5 seasons. But the decision has been taken.
Go on, Havertz.
Havertz.
Oh, lucky Havertz. Unlucky.
Podence has found a good ball to Neto, but he's got no support up with him yet. Some's arriving.
Come on, Chelsea.
Decent looking cross, but nobody that deep.
Yeah, it was good.
Not been a bad game so far, folks. Not been a bad game so far.
He's got to change of pace, and there's only Traore in the penalty area.
Was Frank Lampard sacked with indecent haste, do you think, Glenn?
Well, I personally think he should have been given a bit more time. And when Frank was appointed manager here at Chelsea, I've got to say, I thought, well, he's a young man, inexperienced. They're going to obviously look at it slightly different. This is the time when Chelsea might start to build something for a future.
Come on.
I thought, 3 years would have been something that Frank would have been talking about and given. But obviously they reverted back to type, and they've gone for a more experienced manager, and now it's about winning trophies again.
Hudson-Odoi.
Oh, unlucky again. Shoot. Oh, straight the keeper. Unlucky Ziyech. Unlucky Ziyech.
Chelsea's defence, it should be said that with all the chopping and changing there's been under Roman Abramovich, they have delivered 16 trophies in that time.
Absolutely, yes. You know, that's the name of the game. But I just thought when Frank was given the job, I thought, oh, maybe, just maybe they might be looking to give him a bit of time. I think he needed a bit more time. This Chelsea squad is an excellent squad, it really is. And there were stages at the beginning of the season where they were top of the league and they were playing some super football. You know, they've hit a wall. It's easy to manage when you're winning, and Frank needed a bit more time to turn these results around.
Here's Kovacic.
Oh, unlucky Giroud, unlucky Giroud. So far, it's not been a bad game. Chelsea have had all of it, but just can't trouble the keeper.
Behind Wolves is wing backs, but on that occasion, Hudson-Odoi did it individually.
If you guys want to come on, say hi.
Really
everything, and also ask me any questions. I'll be down for anything.
Difficult for them to get behind them.
Now his Podence, something maybe opening up, took a blow to the face there.
Rudiger, man.
Challenge. He went straight down after that, and there's a free kick right on the edge of the box, which will be Ruben Neves.
Rudiger, why?
I think there must have been contact because he wouldn't have gone down there. He's in a great position. Yeah, just brush it. The arm just catches him. I don't think it's intentional. It's just running across, trying to get goal side, and just clips him there. Looks worse in slow motion, but it's a definite free kick.
Was a VAR check on that to see whether it might have ventured into red card territory, but they agree with you, Glenn, that it was accidental, though painful. Looked painful, didn't it?
Yes, it did, yeah, but obviously Rudiger's running, his arms coming backwards and forwards, trying to get back into position, and on the slow-mo, when there's contact made, you think, oh, you know, you can look at that and think there's something else happened.
Come on, Chelsea, defend this!
Total,
free kick to Wolves, 22
really
minutes played.
Now for Wolves, isn't it? Fabulous position, you know, that's all you're asking for. Free kicks, what, just around that D.
And a good man to take it as well in Ruben Neves. He has got a couple of goals in the last 3 Premier League games as well after a longish drought.
Wow, Dave up, all day long. Ruben Neves took the free kick for Wolves and it went well over the top, and it's a goal kick to Chelsea.
Side, you know, he's hoping that he hits at the target. He's got to hit the target, obviously, but he's hoping that Mendy goes across behind the wall, and he's trying to whip it back in the goalkeeper's area, but he just leans back on it.
Chilwell, Kilman to get it away. Kilman, who was signed from Maidenhead, non-league club, made his way all the way to the Premier League. Podence.
Good challenge, Thiago.
Where he went absolutely no further. There was a bit of a shuddering collision between the pair of them, and they're both still down. And the play's going to be stopped because of the suspicion there might be a head injury involved.
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic defending when it happened. When I saw it first of all there, yeah, that just puts his foot out, wins the ball, and really good time tackle there. Look at that. Yeah, they bump into each other, but Thiago wins the ball first.
Thiago Silva, what a player.
Ahead there. Worried about here with Podence. Trying to flex that knee. He's only just come back into the side. Will the new boss be happy with what he's seen so far, do you think?
Well, he would love a goal, wouldn't he? But I think they've totally dictated the play, and I think the 2 positions, Ziyech and Havertz, is working for them. They're slightly in new positions, but you can see already he's talking to Chilwell earlier. He's now Hudson-Odoi. He's getting his instructions across.
Don't forget, we've got some more Premier League action for you tonight. Brighton against Fulham on BT Sport 3 from 7:15. Vital game, that down towards the bottom. Bit later, Manchester United against Sheffield United. That's BT Sport 1 at 8. Of course, City going to the top last night ahead of United, but they've got a chance to do something about that. And Everton playing Leicester City tonight at 8 o'clock on BT Sport 2 HD. And tomorrow, that big game between Spurs and Liverpool. 7 o'clock, BT Sports 1 HD. And Ultimate, as we bring you every Premier League midweek match this week, and we'll be doing the same thing again next week as well. It's quite busy, isn't it?
It certainly is. It's great though, isn't it? It's fantastic. Back-to-back games every night. Wonderful, wonderful.
Because there was quite recently talk of maybe, because of the pandemic, the Premier League taking a bit of a break, but I think they really are having to cram the games in to get the season over in time, with a European Championship, if it goes ahead, coming up in the summer. As the plan is for it to go ahead. Whether it can go ahead in 12 cities is, well, pretty much open to question, I think it's fair to say.
Come on, Chelsea! Come on, boys.
Kovacic again. And towards Hudson-Odoi. I think that came off 8-0.
Corner!
So it'll be a corner.
Come on, Chelsea! Come on, boys!
He's tracked Hudson-Odoi. He's done well. He's kept goal side, and without really knowing, it's just hit him on the head and gone for a corner. And he's praying and hoping that this doesn't turn out to be Chelsea's opening goal from this corner.
Come on, someone get your head onto it.
Because it's one that maybe was a bit needlessly given away.
Oh, we're going short this
Once
time.
again, Ziyech.
Go on,
Kind of angle.
go on,
Rudiger here.
Rudiger. Another corner, come on!
Dendoncker got the blocking.
Another corner for Chelsea, another corner.
Watch him at the other end. If there's any set pieces or corners, dangerous in the air, Dendoncker.
Corner's being taken, header.
Ziyech to
Header,
play it in.
header. Go on, Rudiger.
Away by Nelson Semedo.
Go on, Callum. Well done. Well done, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Well done.
Taken quickly by Jorginho, too quickly for the referee's liking.
Well done.
Andy Matley, by the way, is the man in charge. I probably should have told you that before. And Jorginho hasn't played the last couple of games back in here. I mean, that's one of the things, isn't it, Glenn? When there's a new manager, really all bets are off, aren't they? Everybody's got a chance again.
Absolutely. That's why you get a little surge in results and performances. The players that have been out the team, you know, or weren't favourites with one manager, feel they've got an opportunity to prove something. And the ones that have been playing, of course, they've got to prove it all over again.
But knowing Thomas Tuchel, he probably had a file in his head of all those players anyway. Such a student of the European game. There's Mason Mount, who of course played more games than any other player under Frank Lampard. 80 in total. He'd started the last 13 games in the Premier League. Left out tonight.
Yeah, he was a shoo-in, wasn't he? For Frank, he really had him at Derby, knew what he was about, and he really has given the lad an opportunity. You know, back-to-back games consistently, and the lad's done extremely well. Got himself in the England squad as well. Now comes a little test in his career.
What do you mean?
He's got to prove himself again. But to be fair to Tuchel, he said before, this is a bit of an unfair team I've picked. He's only going by one day's training, and I think that's the reason why he's gone for experience.
He captained the side for the first time in the FA Cup. Very proud to do that against Luton. But he's a pretty level-headed.
Thank you very much.
Whoever's
giving me the thumbs, the like. Thank you very much.
Manages in non-league football down in Hampshire. Just checking here, Connor Cody for concussion possibilities.
29 minutes played. Chelsea 1-0. Wolves 0. Wolves 0. Chelsea 0 at the moment.
That's an interesting area, because some experts will tell you that business can take 10 to 12 minutes to do thoroughly, to find out if a player is concussed or not. Possibility of free concussion substitutes at some point in our future.
Commentary went again. No, I don't think there is.
Connor Cody's going to come back on.
I don't think there is. Murat. I don't think there is.
Neto. been pretty good this season.
But you're always
for
welcome
Wolves.
to be on the stream. You're welcome.
No, I think
You're always
he's a
welcome.
really terrific player. You know, he's
For
20
Chelsea
years of
versus
age,
Wolves.
My word, what's he going to be like? You know, when he's 26, 27, I think he's got everything. Pace. Plays with 2 feet. He prefers his left, but no, he's a goal scorer, creator.
We've played half an hour of this game.
Still missing, of course, Raul
Chelsea
Jimenez.
0, Wolves 0.
Wolves perennial top goal scorer. How they've missed him since he's been out of the side after that horrible clash of heads at Arsenal. But the manager has said in the last few days he's pretty confident now that Jimenez will return this season. He's getting better day by day, he said,
Well,
which is really good to hear.
That's
isn't it?
great news, Ian. It really is.
Go on, Callum.
Here's Hudson-Odoi.
Go on.
Chilwell
Chilwell.
landed on his foot. There was good pressure on him.
Unlucky, Chilwell. Unlucky.
Possibility of something for Chelsea there.
Unlucky,
Yeah,
that was
really well,
unlucky.
Chilwell. He's read the game well. There's the ball in behind Hudson-Odoi with a decent cross. It's curling away. It's coming back, and I think he actually shins it. It's hit his shin. He was put under a bit of pressure there, but it was like wing back to wing back.
It's
and,
unlucky. Unlucky, but better.
He read the
Better.
game really well, Chilwell. Made up the ground, and we've seen him arrive in the penalty area constantly this year for Chelsea.
Good cross from Callum Hudson-Odoi, only his 4th Premier League start this season so far. Away by Kilman for Wolves, who've been a little passive in the early stages of the contest, just making life as difficult as they can early on for Chelsea. Maybe they'll just come out to play a little more as time goes by.
Who's playing well? Adam, the whole Chelsea team is
Two
playing well at the
wing-backs,
moment. Wolves have
just
not.
defended
Wolves have had one opportunity, which was a free kick, taken by
Ruben
Neves,
Chelsea's wing backs,
and that got put away over the bar. Apart from that,
all the way back there, but
Chelsea have dominated this game. It's just that we've just not had the, just not troubled the keeper as of yet, but we've had the chances, but Wolves have snuffed it out every time. But this is 110% better than our game against Wolves.
Since he signed at Stamford Bridge, 4 assists as well.
If you guys want to put any questions down, you guys are
Here
welcome.
he is again.
Chelsea 0, Wolves 0. If we can get a goal before half time, I will be happy. We just have to wait and see how it goes.
Thiago Silva.
Go on.
Chilwell to lay it
Chilwell
inside.
unlucky, Chilwell.
Broken
Try
up
and win the
again
ball
by
back.
Wolves.
Better, better.
Never won here in the Premier League so far. Wolves in 6 visits, 5 defeats and a draw.
We just need to
They
start
did
playing.
win this corresponding fixture last month at Molineux dramatically as well, with Neto scoring in the 95th minute. And that after Chelsea had led in the game through Giroud.
Come on, we just need to start playing.
And that was Wolves' last Premier League win as well.
Adam, I won't be doing a score prediction for this game because I don't want to jinx the result.
Neto helps it on towards Semedo.
Corner to Wolves.
Yeah, that's better from Wolves. You know,
If you guys have also have enjoyed my match preview for this game, hope you guys have done that.
Allows Semedo, the wing back, to get forward. You've got to have some
Let me know if any
possession
of you
to get
guys
your
have
wing backs
watched
up
my
the pitch
match
and,
preview to
cause
Chelsea versus
some
Wolves. I
problems.
know
They
for you
can
guys
get
have
forward
enjoyed
from
it.
But that's what they've got to do. They've got to be brave on receiving the ball in midfield. They're going to be marked because they're outnumbered in there, but they've got to be brave and play through the pitch.
Corner to Wolves, 34 minutes played.
Neto.
Wolves have gone
Against
short.
Semedo.
Well done, Silva.
It's kicked out by Thiago Silva. It's coming back in the game. Looking for a bit of a smash and grab here, Wolves.
Come on,
They've got a few
Chelsea.
players forward.
If any of you guys have watched my match preview to Chelsea versus Wolves, just let me know what you guys think. It'd be nice.
It's the first real rocky patch they've had since they came into the Premier League. Nuno's
Okay, fair enough.
taken them
Watch
into Europe last season.
it was coming,
Pretty long
but I think
run
Fran
before
Poch has been
coming
given to
out
the end of the
against the
season,
eventual
at
champions
least
Sevilla
to the
in
end of the
Europa
season.
League.
But We now have to forget about that now. The departure's
I think
done.
last year
It's
had a
over
really
and done with.
stable team, didn't
Thomas
the
Tuchel
squad?
is
Didn't
now the
change
new
it too
manager
much.
at
This year
Chelsea
it's the
now.
opposite.
So now we're
Individual
going up.
changes,
He
system changes,
gets us a run of results and going in the league.
It's a bit of a transitional year, you feel, for the club. I'm sure the Wolves fans do understand that. It's in the nature of things.
So, what did you guys think of the match preview if you guys have watched it? It'd be nice to hear your
Pretty heady
thoughts.
ride before that. Wayne Nuno took them into the Premier League in the first place in such impressive fashion, with Neves really starring in the centre of midfield when they were down in the Championship. Here's Azpilicueta playing as a sort of right-sided central defender.
Thomas Tuchel. He used to be manager of Mainz in Germany, then manager of Dortmund, then manager of PSG.
Chelsea could do with a little more devil, couldn't they, in their players? A lot of passing, a lot of popping the ball around. Where's the menace at the end of it?
Yeah, they've got to set a couple of moves up with runners off the ball. They've got to have
Come on,
runners off the
boys!
ball at some stage. Wolves are quite happy for them to play.
Chelsea's got about 10 minutes plus added on time left in the first half. Chelsea 0, Wolves 0.
A lot of possession-based football. Somebody described Thomas Tuchel's style as a bit of a cross between Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp. That's some pedigree.
Oh, unlucky. Never heard of him.
I'm very intent here on.
He was
keeping the
manager of
football, aren't
PSG
they?
this season. Adam, have you not heard about the incident between PSG and Istanbul when that match got abandoned? Thomas Tuchel was manager at PSG
I think here,
at that
Wolves
time.
to death by 1,000 passes, Chelsea.
Free kick to Wolves.
First German appointed by Chelsea. He's had one or two run-ins at his previous clubs, it should be said. At Dortmund and Paris Saint-Germain, where he, well, it was pretty well documented that he didn't get on with the sporting director Leonardo there. How he gets on with the hierarchy at Chelsea might be quite important to his long-term prospects, particularly the formidable Marina Granovskaya, who is in kind of day-to-day charge of the club.
Watch out! Oh, for God's sake, Jorginho!
This might fall nicely for Ziyech.
I don't follow French
Tried to
football,
pull him
lol.
back. Then Donker. Havertz.
I'm just going to say, if you're a proper football fan, you would be interested in, say, La
Jorginho
Liga,
again, that's hit the referee, but
La
plainly says
Liga,
Chelsea had the ball
Liga,
anyway.
Serie A, all that. And I'm the guy who's in. Hello, Pradeep, how are you?
Just that one opportunity for all this possession so far, really, for Chelsea.
Come on, Chelsea!
One real opportunity, anyway.
Come on, Chilwell. That's a foul.
Was Chilwell fouled in that?
That is a foul all day long.
Yeah,
I'm just going to let you guys know that I am doing a Q&A at half-time.
Two wing-backs are doing exceedingly well. They're putting pressure on the ball. As soon as it goes wide to Chilwell or Hudson-Odoi on the other side, get out quickly and put them under pressure, and it goes back and across the pitch. But Chelsea now got a set play. Maybe they get their goal off the set play.
Ziyech is going to play this one in.
Go on.
Deep and
Oh, right on target by Rudiger.
coming out from the back, but straight at Rui Patricio.
Right. I want to ask you a question here.
Scored 18
Why
goals
have
in
I
his
got a
Premier
dislike?
League debut earlier in
What have
the
I
season
done
against
wrong?
Crystal Palace.
Come on here and tell me what I have done wrong. Is it because I support Chelsea? Is it because I do Chelsea and no other club? If that is, come on here and tell me. Oh, nearly 1-0 Wolves, unlucky.
Yeah, that's his game, isn't it? Get in the box. He's had no opportunities, really. They haven't had enough possession in the last third. But you see, he's not even in the picture now. He arrives in the box. Then Donker's just a little bit behind him. Just can't quite get it on target. But it's the first real decent attack that Wolves have put together. They must get Traore and Neto on the ball more.
I think they'll be happy enough with the scoreline, mind you. Wolves, I think they're pretty intent on ending this run without a clean sheet, which has gone on for a long time now, 12 games.
Thank you very much.
But they've got behind the ball, haven't they? From the first minute, even goal kicks, they're not pressing Chelsea at all. It's all in their own half.
If you guys want to give me your Q&A questions at half time, get your questions at the ready. I'll be doing a Q&A at half time.
Here's Thiago Silva, looking for movement ahead of him. It's come from Havertz.
Go on, Havertz! Go on, Havertz! Ah, Giroud! Ah, unlucky, unlucky. Just like it's gone, lol. Was it you, Adam, that did it?
Here's Rudiger.
Come on, boys! I have just been for my team. Yeah, that's fine, Luca, that's fine, that's fine. You haven't missed much, it's still Chelsea 0. Wolves 0, so you've not missed much.
Chelsea have got to add some punch to the possession here.
Come on, Chelsea! Oh, it wasn't me, that's good, because I always wanted to know, because I didn't want to be one of my regulars. And this is... Oh, sorry. Sorry, that's the wrong one.
Again, Thiago Silva almost playing like a quarterback, trying to pick those passes.
Yeah, I just put it on there so that if anyone comes on the stream and dislikes the video, to let me know in the future why you dislike the stream, see what have I done wrong and stuff like that, because I like to know.
Well, defensively, they'll be delighted. You know, they've been really
Hello, hello,
hello.
hello.
They said they're not going to press Chelsea high. They're not going to open this game up. They're going to say, come and break us down, and we'll try and hit you on the counter.
How is Chelsea playing? We're playing really well. We're playing with a lot of pressure. We're playing with a lot of tempo. It's just we're not creating a lot of chances. We're not creating a lot of chances. We're not creating a lot of. We are not worrying Patricio, but we are trying. But Wolves are being very sturdy. And basically, they're playing for a draw, I think.
Jorginho did some good work for Chelsea there.
It's just a bit of an update for you guys for half time. Get your Q&A questions if you don't. Chelsea is. Hello, mate. Hello, hello.
Playing in the style that the new manager wants, as opposed to the old manager.
But I will be.
You wouldn't think too much could change after one session, would you?
I mean, he's changed the shape, going in with a back three, yes, but there needs to be more movement off the ball, you know. Havertz and
I will be popping off at half time for 5 minutes, so if I have any moderators in the chat, you will be in charge of my stream until I get back. So that will be if Ren Dubs is still in the chat at half time, you are in charge of the stream. So if anybody asks any questions or anything, you can just answer the questions for me.
Never rains. Might see him if it carries on like
And
this.
I'll do one more thing for anyone who's turned up late. This is just for anyone who's turned up late. Just to let you know, just if you to turn up late. So it's Chelsea 0, Wolves 0. Go on! Punch the die! Oh, penalty! No, corner! Corner for Chelsea! Corner! Corner! Corner!
Hudson-Odoi, really good wing movement. You know, he's looked as if he's going to get it to feet and goes in behind. Lovely run and a lovely weighted ball in behind. They gain a corner, but in the end, Wolves still solid.
Come on, boys! Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea! Someone in blue, Get your head on the ball. Get your head on the ball.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Oh, ref.
Whistle goes. Nothing doing.
Just
that
about
time
near half time, folks.
Chelsea.
We're into the last 20 seconds of the half,
Thomas
including
Tuchel
just whatever's on
inherits
stoppage
the
time
side
at the
who've
end of the first
lost
half.
5 of their last 8 games in the Premier League. 6 points off the top 4, 12 points now off the top of the table position occupied by Manchester City.
So,
3 minutes of added time at the end of the half. There have been 1 or 2 injuries.
3 minutes at the end of the first half. 3 minutes.
Ziyech.
Go on, Callum. Go out to the door. Out to the door.
He had the ball more than anybody else so far for Chelsea. Havertz.
Come on, boys.
Ziyech
That's a
spreading
ball.
the play
Go on,
to
Chilwell.
Chilwell.
Go on, Chilwell. Unlucky. Unlucky.
Nearly half time, first staging post really, as far as Nuno's side are concerned.
Oh, unlucky, Jorginho. Unlucky.
First impressions.
There we go. Let's get those likes for Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge of Chelsea. Let's get those likes in for it.
They know how to keep the ball, but they haven't got in behind this Wolves defence anywhere near like Tuchel will want them. And I think that's what he'll be saying to them at half-time. Lovely possession, lads, but, you know, someone's got to take a risk.
You guys, I will be playing some of my own music at half-time, so that you guys have got something to listen to during half-time.
They're willing to play in front of Wolves at the moment. Wolves can improve as well. They've defended really well as a team. They've been really compact, but...
And if I have a moderator in the chat, you will be in charge of the streaming until I get back. So if anyone asks any questions, just answer it in the chat. That's all.
Over the top of Chelsea's defence, because at the moment out wide they're just not feeding it.
Chelsea 0, Wolves 0.
Last 5 minutes, Chelsea have had 94% possession.
Go on, Chelsea!
That must be one of the highest readouts ever.
Well, it is, Ian, but how many times has Patricio had to be in the game? None at all during that period of time.
No, they've kept him covered up, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right. So Chelsea, I think both teams can improve in this in this game.
As Callum Hudson
Hello.
to Giroud. Doesn't have much service so far. That's towards Havertz. Willy Bowley beats him in the air though.
Hello, how are you?
So, swap words after that little mini collision.
Come on, Chelsea. Let's at least
They're still a bit
have
hurt
at least
by
one
that.
more attempt
Play
before
goes on.
half-time.
Here's Kovacic again. Havertz looking to...
Oh, lucky, unlucky.
That doesn't work either, and that's kind of the story of the first half really for Chelsea.
Yeah, that was really tight, wasn't it? And Giroud's not the type really to make those.
Adam, I can't play any I can't play any copyrighted music or the stream will get taken down.
It's been like for Chelsea. Wolves have made it very difficult. You know, the diagonal ball has been out to Chilwell at times, but other than that, they've cut down a lot of Chelsea's options.
Giroud has scored.
I will
both
be
times
playing
he
some of
started
my
against
own music
Wolves
that I've made myself.
for Chelsea.
Half-time, folks.
Very
First
quickly
half
to
of the
do
reign of Thomas Tuchel.
half-time team
It's
talk.
Chelsea
First
0,
half-time
Wolves
team
0,
talk as the Chelsea
but
manager, well,
better from the boys.
Absolutely loads of the ball, Chelsea, but really didn't do that much with it.
So now I'm going to put some music on, and then you guys, I have to pop off for 5 minutes. If there is a moderator in the chat, he will be in charge of the streaming until I get back. So I'll see you guys. See you guys in 5 minutes. I am now back, folks. Sorry if that's been playing several times. Unfortunately, I couldn't change. So, I'm now back, boys. Oh, for God's sake. That's gonna take that lot. So how is everyone? Everyone doing well on a fine Wednesday evening? Just gotta pause this for a minute, boys. Just gonna go to the toilet quickly. So I'll just gotta. I am now back, fellas. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. It is Chelsea 0, Wolves 0 in the Premier League. Bit Chelsea played very well. Bit iffy, but we are playing better. And that's all that matters, doesn't it? Just got to be on the positives, not the negative side of things. So, if you guys are alright, we could all play well, and everything goes right. I think we can get the win. It's just gonna take a lot of grinding out a result. Because I want us to start grinding out results, because I think we can grind out results. It's just going to take a matter of time, a matter of determination to go and get through this period that we are in. It's just going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of nouts to get through all this. So, hopefully everyone is enjoying the stream. Sorry if everything's quiet, it's just I can't play anything at the moment because they're doing like ads at the moment. And they all have copyrighted music on. So unfortunately I won't be able to show What do you think of Lampard? Lampard was not a bad manager. He just didn't have enough time. And I am what do you think of Lampard? Yeah. So, hopefully now we can go and do well. So we'll put some music on. We'll put a song on that I've made. Here we go. This is the song that I've made, so... So how is everyone enjoying the stream?
The focus in our early game is right there, Stamford Bridge. Straight after this, though, off to Old Trafford as Manchester United look to return to the top of the Premier League.
Everyone,
After that spot was taken by Manchester City last night, Rio with his fist in the air. They're hosting bottom of the table, Sheffield United. That one is.
so hopefully you guys do enjoy the stream.
Yeah, I think given the form of the Sheffield United team, I think Manchester United will look at the results yesterday and say, bang, put a statement out.
Getting carried away again, isn't it?
Let's have a look at what else is happening in the other game this evening. It's maybe slightly more dramatic than ours. Ollie Watkins has given Aston Villa the lead. He's playing well all of a sudden, scoring goals again.
Yeah, I like him. I liked him at Brentford. You know, he's been playing well throughout, but he's getting the goals now that he deserves. Yeah, hard-working player. Really like him.
Old-fashioned run across the front post as well. Across the front.
Chelsea players are coming out for the second half.
Well.
Right, here comes Chelsea for the second half. Here's a good stat for you. 466 attempted passes in that first half, the most by any team in any half of any game this season. But I guess what you're saying is the passes need to be a little bit more ambitious.
Without getting in behind the opposition, really, without moving them about, without causing them a problem. I think Wolves would have walked in and thought, we haven't had the ball, lads, but I don't feel they're really getting behind us and they're not giving us any real problems. So that's what I'm sure Tuchel would have been talking about. Penetration, be a threat.
What do you mean, Musrat? Just wanted to give him a start, mate. What do you think about it? I don't know.
Yeah, first one,
I don't know what you're on about.
Players, isn't he? He would have watched loads of videos, but he's just, you know, he's seen a bit of them there, close quarters. But they just need to be moving it quicker. It's all right keeping the ball and moving it round, but it needs to be more decisive.
And he's done this the whole of the first half. Every opportunity, getting the players over, keen to stitch that information in.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's
So,
got to do that.
if you guys dislike the stream, come onto the stream and tell me why you dislike it, if you guys dislike it, so that I know what I've done wrong.
As soon as possible, the way he wants to play. But I think we've seen parts of that. He obviously wants to keep the ball. He likes the look of the wing back. So there's a little bit of identity there already.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see who brings off the bench. I think the bench are going to play a big part in this game.
Well, we'll find out as it progresses. Let's get back to Ian and Glenn.
Here we go. Wolves are bringing on a substitution at half time.
Wolves substitution at the start of the second half here. And that's Kiana Hoover, the youngster who arrived from Liverpool and plays in the right wing-back position.
Here we go. Chelsea gets underway in the second half.
Trying to make way. So
Come on, Chelsea.
Reshuffle. Looks like Semedo's gone over to the left-hand side, Glenn.
Yeah, Semedo's come over here and he'll play on that left-hand wing-back position. But looks like the same shape that Wolves have come out.
Except the only thing is, why are we talking about soaps on the football live stream? It is not.
Hudson-Odoi to play.
Oh! Ref!
Yes, it was. It goes down, but the referee's not interested. Jorginho's making the case. Havertz thinks he was fouled there. They'll have a look at this, of course.
Yeah, so Ada comes over on the left-hand side, gets caught out with a lovely ball inside to Hudson-Odoi, and both players have got eyes on the ball. The ball's coming down from the sky. Tuchel thinks there's some contact there.
Nothing doing, though.
Come on, Chelsea!
Certainly nothing you
Oh, that's
describe as
big.
a major error on the original thinking.
Chelsea
a good
nil,
run from
Wolves nil.
Hudson-Odoi,
Second
and
half
they've
has
got
just
him behind
got
straight
underway.
away,
If you
and
have turned up late.
That's what I'm sure Tuchel at half-time will be saying. Look, possession-wise, that's not going to win us the game. We need to make runners off the ball once we've set it up nicely. And Hudson-Odoi straight away in behind Sameda, who's come over on this left-hand side.
Aspilicueta, who was on the end of quite a long discussion just before the start of the half with his manager. And he was also chatting away to Christian Pulisic, who of course played for him quite a lot at Borussia Dortmund, in fact over 50 times, quite often on the right-hand side.
Come on, Chelsea!
We may see Pulisic, he could certainly make a difference in terms of adding a bit of dynamism and drive to the attack
Yeah.
with his dribbling skills.
I know you wanted to ask, but it's a football stream, not a TV stream. As in, with talking about soaps or stuff like that. We'll go into that. It's football.
He's been starting most of the time in the Premier League more recently. So I think he's just got a little bit of a knock going into this game, which might have influenced the thinking, just leaving him on the bench for this one.
Come on, Chelsea!
That's the options Chelsea have got. You know, instantly you could see
Chelsea will score.
Pulisic going in on those
We
two
want
little positions,
positivity,
having
not
some
negativity.
You know, they're playing as inside forwards, really, just in behind Giroud, as we've said. But either of those players could come on. Even Werner could play that position. So, you know, he's got so many options. If he wants to maintain this system, it will go into a back four in certain games, I'm sure. But it's a learning curve for the manager at the moment.
Come on, Chelsea!
Burnley have equalised. It's 1-1 in that game against Aston Villa now.
Ben Mee has just scored for Burnley. It's
All over the
1-1
place
against Aston
all
Villa.
the time. Here's Hudson-Odoi again. Much involved.
Oh, unlucky, unlucky,
Semedo over there
unlucky.
just to try to keep tabs on him.
One Silva. Well done.
466 passes, the most by any team in any half this whole season. That's Thomas Tuchel's first little impression. But it didn't really create much. Podence, who did score in the original fixture between these two earlier on in the season.
Well done, duo.
Much of him at all so far.
Come on, Chelsea. Come on, boys.
Ben Chilwell.
That's a foul.
Challenge. Chelsea aren't getting a free kick for that. Aspilicueta is grimacing.
I think it's
okay to carry on.
already over 0-0, mate. Let's go.
And Neto. Ooh, now then.
That's disgusting.
Just pushed him. Was that in the face or below head height?
That is disgusting.
I think he's
It's only yellow, isn't it?
pushed him in the chest, I think, yeah. It was a lovely little bit of skill from Neto. He's just
Still no need. Still no need. You should be ashamed of yourself. Pedro Neto, ashamed of yourself. Ashamed.
Shoves him to the ground, and there's no need. You've got the free kick. Get on with the game.
It is only going to be yellow. Nice and calm about it, Andy Madley.
Here's a nice little bit of skill. Just skips round Jorginho, catches him, gets the foul, and pushes him over. There's just no need.
Yeah, you can tell straight away that he knows he's probably been a bit daft there, but
You said
not
no
so
need
daft
to
that
watch. It's over.
into red
0-0.
card territory.
Wow, you're very positive. You still got 40 minutes of the game. It's just started the second half.
Might we see a slightly more ambitious Wolves in the second half, or are they quite content to go away from here with a point? Hudson-Odoi to get it away.
Come on, Chelsea, come on.
Ruben Neves.
Well done, Callum.
Don't forget we got Brighton against Fulham coming up.
Chelsea 0, Wolves 0, 51 minutes played.
HT, that's a pretty important game down towards the bottom of the table. Fulham are actually in the drop zone at the moment. There's a whole series of big games among the teams down at the bottom coming up in the next few weeks, that's for certain.
Come on, Chelsea, we need to get going.
West Bromwich Albion against Fulham at the weekend. Wolves will be hoping they don't get dragged into that little argument. They're 10 points clear of it all at the moment. You wouldn't think they would get involved. Here's Semedo. Podence. The big
if you're here to be supporting Chelsea, that is 5 years. Support Wolves all 5. But just don't do anything to wind me up and that wind me up going, go on Wolves, go on Wolves, go on Wolves. And that's just because you're doing that to wind me up. So that's the reason why people are getting timed out.
Giroud picked up by Ziyech.
Come on Chelsea, let's get going.
Only played about half the games, Ziyech, since he arrived because of injuries.
So far we're playing quite well. We need to play with a bit of passion, and so far we're doing it.
Still, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Chelsea with the ball, Wolves sort of just trying to defend deep and make sure the distances between themselves are no more than 15 yards really each player, and making it hard for Chelsea to break them down. But as we've said before, Havertz and Ziyech, they've got to go in behind, they've got to make runs. If there's going to be a change, it's those two positions, or one of them at least. Someone from the bench has got to be making those runs.
Still goalless in a cavernous, empty Stamford Bridge, and Thomas Tuchel's first game in charge. Ziyech to play it wide, Chilwell to join in, trying to slide one in.
Come on Chelsea!
Herber got the little block in, but Wolves can break that up again. Might just be growing in belief a little bit, Wolves having got this far in their game.
That's a good challenge.
Podence on the floor again. It's got a little bit bitty at the start of the second half here.
Yeah, a lot of stop-start, isn't it? There's a lot of fouls coming in there. Kovacic there just plays the ball. Wins the ball. Well, I can understand why you're saying, why is that a foul, referee? There's a little bit of contact, but it's more Podence on Kovacic, actually. He just caught him.
Come on, boys!
Chelsea haven't gone 3 games without a home win since September 2019. Drawn against Villa, lost to Manchester City in their last 2 at the Bridge. And I want to get the new regime up and running with a win. A very excitable Tuchel on the sidelines. Almost boyish, in fact.
Come on, Chelsea, do something!
There's Azpilicueta. There's quite a lot of risk-averse passing, isn't there?
Well, someone's got to get their head up, and from that midfield, if it's Jorginho, it could be Thiago from the back there as a sweeper, Kovacic, and someone's got to take a bit of a risk ball, but you can only do that if you've got runners off the ball, and at the moment Chelsea players are too static.
Kovacic looking to chip one in behind for Havertz. Just dropped in behind him. Now then, here's Traore. They have managed to nick it away from him, but Wolves will get the free kick. Manchester United are in action tonight at Old Trafford as well against the bottom side, Sheffield United, from 8 o'clock. BT Sport 1, HD and Ultimate for that game.
Just a minute ago there, you saw Havertz lay the ball off to Kovacic and make that run in behind. Nothing came of it. It wasn't quite good enough ball from Kovacic, but that's the sort of movement at some stage Chelsea have got to throw into this game. And then on the other side, they've got to get Traore on the ball. You know, it's the first time really we've seen him dribbling, and he gets a foul for his team. He's been starved of the ball. He's got to do more work off the ball to receive it, but you know, you've got to get it out to him at times on that wide berth.
What do you think would be a good change for Chelsea at this
Come on,
point?
Chelsea, come on, do something, boys.
I would look at Mason Mount coming in there for Havertz, and maybe even a double Pulisic as well for Ziyech. I think those two coming on, a bit of energy, they'll be sharp. That's what I'd be looking at if I was Tuchel.
Come on, boys, we need to do something. Come on, Chelsea.
To Hudson-Odoi.
That's a foul.
Free kick this time with Ziyech down.
Yeah, Kilman there just comes in just late, isn't he? Just a tiny bit late. Ziyech just touches the ball in advance, takes the knock, and gets his free kick.
Can Chelsea engineer something here? We've seen.
If I don't like what you are saying, because you're saying stuff which it's not to do with the stream, that's why you're getting timed out.
Giroud, you know about Hudson-Odoi. It's gone deep, played in, and Herber gets it away. Mere teenager. Signed for about £9 million from Liverpool.
Come on, boys.
Now, Havertz.
Oh, unlucky. Oh, Giroud, unlucky.
Getting there because Giroud was waiting.
Yeah, really good defending from Cody there. Aspilicueta puts a great ball in, but Cody just looks over his shoulder in time and just backs away. Just half a yard, really, actually, because Giroud's right on it, isn't he? That would have been a goal if he hadn't just adjusted himself defensively before the cross came in.
Great piece
Corner kick to Chelsea.
From the England man, Connor Cody. There's more work for that Wolves defence to do. Bowley's done it.
Shoot something.
Hudson-Odoi to play it wide.
Go on, Ziyech.
Right foot.
Go on.
Now Giroud.
Oh, that's better. That's better.
The goalkeeper out, but Rui Patricio, the only player to start every Premier League game for Wolves, was there.
Come on, Chelsea.
There's Dendoncker, another player who came through the Anderlecht Academy, like Yuri Tielemans, like Vincent Kompany, in fact. Been a few. Hoover. Traore. Hoover again. Careless ball, really easily cut out by Chelsea.
Tell us about the game as an announcer, mate. There's not been a lot happened. There's not a lot that's happened. Chelsea have just had an attempt by Olivier Giroud, but it was straight at Rui Patricio. Apart from that, nothing much has happened in the second half. But with half an hour to go, it's Chelsea 0, Wolves 0. I think for me, Thomas Tuchel has got to go and do at least a sub and try and change something.
To Ben Chilwell.
Go on!
Oh!
Chilwell, lucky! That's better from
Well,
Chelsea,
what a chance that is. It
better.
was really well crafted from Chelsea there. Ball in behind, lovely little setback, and it's coming back nicely.
It's not going to be no
the
nil.
way the pass back to
Go
him
on,
from
man.
Havertz is beautiful, and he's got to stay over the top of that, Chilwell.
God,
He
people
should
are
be confident the
being
season
negative
he's had.
today.
He's got goals, and there's Tuchel there. His reaction tells you, got to do better. And Chilwell not happy with himself at all, but he's got into that position really well, and he's got to drill that in that bottom corner. But better from Chelsea.
Sorry if I yawn, people. Sorry about that.
So far, 4 meetings. Certainly had a chance there at the end of what was easily Chelsea's best move of the match.
You just sense a little bit at the moment. Wolves are just getting to Chelsea players in possession a little bit later, a tad later. There's a bit more time on the ball now for Chelsea. And Wolves have really got to work hard. You've got to be thinking maybe from the bench a bit of energy in that midfield.
Come on, boys. Chelsea just passed the ball. Oh, for God's sake. He's a foul.
Yeah, yellow card for that.
Yeah, he just caught Traore, I think. He just gets there a tad late. It's nothing malicious. He's going for the ball, but Traore touches the ball first, and correct decision for me.
Free kick to Wolves. Chilwell.
We're past that point in the season
booked.
now where 5 yellow cards would amount to a 1-game ban. Now it'd have to be up to 10 yellows for a 2-game ban a bit later on in the campaign.
62 minutes played. Chelsea 0, Wolves 0. Come on, stop being negative and be positive.
Here's Willy Bowley.
Wolves have had 2 shots all game and none on target. Do you expect this to be 0-0? No.
Go in this game is resumed with Chelsea with the ball.
As always.
Hundreds and hundreds of passes. Nearly 500 in the first half alone, as you have been hearing. Not that many opportunities created, but one just now.
Come on, we need to get more chances, boys. Come on. Come on, no negativity.
Mateo Kovacic, Mr. Cesar Espilicueta,
Come on.
and Ziyech.
This is brilliant football, boys.
Around there, trying to get in between the central defenders.
Oh, oh. Oh, 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 Giroud, unlucky, unlucky.
Yeah, it was well worked down the right-hand side for Chelsea, wasn't it? Nice little triangles.
Stop
First time
repeating
playing.
yourself.
Ziyech with his right foot doesn't really put a great cross in, but Giroud makes something out of it. Just can't get the purchase and the power off his right foot. But again, better from Chelsea. You just feel as if something may be happening the next.
And you're spamming as well.
Wolves have got to stay in this game.
Oh, I don't know why you were timed out.
They've done a lot of running and covering and chasing.
Adam, I don't know. I was out at the time. I was out at the. I was away for 5 minutes away from the stream, so I didn't really know why.
But the prize is a pretty big one to come away with a point from here. News coming in from Turf Moor. Jack Grealish has given Aston Villa the lead there. 2-1 up they are now. Villa at Burnley. Jorginho plays it back to Ziyech again. He's had a lot of the ball again.
That's a good ball.
For Chilwell. Giroud's waiting
Oh!
for the game. Good defending.
Yes.
Havertz
Oh,
how
have we not scored?
And the flag was up anyway.
Offside anyway.
Yeah, I think the flag went up there, but again, much better from Chelsea. Zipping the ball around. It's raining hard now. Surface is really quick. Just quick 1-2. Lovely ball from Ziyech, but he's just being offside, isn't he, there, Chilwell? But Giroud across the near post, just behind the ball. He's onside, but great defending. And Donga gets back and gets the block. He didn't know it had been given offside, but
I'm not spamming. You are. You're mentioning the same thing over and over and over
Not happening
and
for the new
over.
manager as yet.
Yeah. But I'm not getting
Only Spurs
involved in that,
and Liverpool
Adam.
have prevented Chelsea from scoring at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League so far. Picked up by Neves. Herver. Now Neto. Got good pace, showing it as well. Got to the byline, nobody around it. Taking a gamble on the near post.
A lovely change of pace from Neto, wasn't it? It really was. And he gets across him as well. He's frustrated that no one is in the box for Wolves.
Well, the way they've gone about it here, they need a whiff of oxygen, really. Going that high. Wolves. They've taken the view, well, we start off with a point, and if we go away with one, that'll be pretty useful. You never know, it might be more than that. You've seen that before. Havertz, beautiful.
Oi! That's dirty! Ref!
Pains.
Ref!
That was quite a little cameo from the German youngster.
Oh, Neto's got to watch himself. He's been booked.
Yeah.
Just kick that ball away there. Glad to see Andy Madley has been sensible on that one. There's Bolly's tackle.
Adam, it's not Mulrat.
Wins the ball there. Havertz just doesn't go through.
It's
the tackle,
Luko
tries to get out.
spamming.
And, for me, that's a very good tackle.
Hudson-Odoi, Wolves are going to make a change shortly, we're told. More about that in a moment. Shaw had that opportunity a couple of minutes ago.
Come on, Chelsea!
This time it's Azpilicueta. To call it patient probing would be a bit of an understatement, wouldn't it? Kovacic again.
Come on, Chelsea! Come on, boys!
Hudson-Odoi.
Throw into Chelsea! 68 minutes played, Chelsea nil, Wolves nil. Chelsea should be winning. Oh, no! Oh, no, it's not me. It is you, Luca. And you know it is, and you're just not admitting to it.
Looks like the new signing is going to come on. Willian Jose, Brazilian, who is a quite regular scorer. For his team Real Sociedad, he's arrived on loan. Scored a couple in his last game for them as well in the Copa del Rey. 10 plus goals all 4 seasons with Real Sociedad. And of course they do need a striker, someone who's going to put the ball in the back of the net. Wolves, as you were hearing at half time, since the beginning of December, only 2 goals from open play for Wolves. Hudson-Odoi standing that one
Go on! Oh, go on! Go on, Chelsea!
And Jorginho. Chelsea needs somebody to do something special.
We do need... Go on, lads! Go on, go on!
Tight Wolves defence.
Go on, that!
This time in the way of it.
You are spamming! You know you are spamming!
It's going to be
Admit it!
Hudson-Odoi.
Admit
The
it!
first touch was decent, but Burley defended it extremely well. But again, he gets another chance for the crossing. Just hits the front man, puts pressure on. They get the corner.
Got someone in the chat who spams all the time and doesn't admit to it.
Willian Jose.
Come on!
Good corner kick in there, but
Come on, Chelsea!
Wolves, you felt in the air there.
Come on, Chelsea! Right.
Ziyech, blocked by Traore, just cannoned off him.
Oh, for that you're going to get that.
Now then, Neto. Podence is inside here. He flicks it on. Can Neto get to it? Yes, he can. Might have a chance here. Neto. And he lifts it onto the
Jesus Christ.
Wolves there on a very, very rare break forward, nearly marched ahead.
Well, I'm not sure he's tried the right skill. He gets in there somehow. Prudence is free. Prudence manages just to shift the ball, not in front of Neto. He gets a bit lucky here, gets the ricochet, but there is the moment. Do you drill it low? He's tried to scoop. He actually scoops it over Mendy. It was a bit unfortunate, but maybe looking back on that, do you drill it? Do you drill it? The goalie's only, what, 3 yards away from you? It would have been sensational finish. Look at that for a scoop. It's great skill, but if it goes under the bar, he's an absolute hero for Wolves. But might have been better to drill the ball low.
He wasn't far wrong though, was he? I think he actually hit the back of the bar.
Podence has gone off, and Jose has come on for Wolves.
And Jose's on to play up top, so it looks like they've got a conventional number 9 type up there. Maybe give them a bit more of a focal point when they do try to get out, which hasn't been often.
Come on, Chelsea!
And they've had no one to play the ball into, and then that gives you if that player can hold it up, then you can get midfield players breaking, get your wing backs higher up the pitch, but they haven't had that opportunity.
There's Hoover. Surprised Chelsea haven't made a substitution so far?
I'm very surprised, Ian. Yeah, I keep glancing down there. It's got to come soon. It really has. He's got so many options there.
They are going to make one. Christian Pulisic.
Christian Pulisic! My guy! Christian Pulisic! Yes! Yes!
The weekend.
That guy is a legend. Christian Pulisic. That guy. Oh, that guy, I love him. Just because he's a good talent. That's all. He's just a good talent. All round good talent. Come on, Chelsea!
Ziyech again, bit of extra tempo about this attack from Chelsea with Hudson-Odoi looking at
Throw into Chelsea. 73 minutes played. Chelsea 0, Wolves 0. Jorginho, come on! We need to keep going forward, but every time we keep getting the ball near the box, we're going backwards every time. And it's because we can't break Wolves down.
Comes in that Burnley have equalised now against Aston Villa. Dwight McNeil making it 2-2 at Turf Moor.
God, Burnley game's interesting. This game's turning out to be going to be a drab, but it's not really. We're trying our best to try and break them down. We just can't break them down.
Endlessly patient, you'd have to say, Chelsea.
We're trying, but it's just we can't break them down.
And we've learnt that Thomas Tuchel does like a possession-based game.
Pressure!
Nelson Semedo to hit it long, and Jose with a little cushion header back. Can they get out again? Wolves, who nearly, against all the run of the game, got a goal through Neto. And that can happen. You've seen that 1,000 times. I'm sure you played in a lot of games like that, Glenn.
You've got to say that's the best chance that's been created in the whole of the match.
Here's Traore. Looking to cook up another one.
For God's sake, everything's not a foul.
It definitely wouldn't be in the script, would it, for Thomas Tuchel to start with a home defeat against Wolverhampton Wanderers, but all things are possible as things stand here.
Well, they certainly had the best chance. Neto going one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
So how is everyone enjoying the stream?
The opportunity that Wolves have created like that. But now you've got Traore. It's late in the game, 74th minute, and he's running at players now. And suddenly, he either goes by it, players, or he gets brought down, and he's gained them a free kick here.
Come on, defend this, boys!
Which is what they've done.
15 minutes to go, 0-0.
That would be the payoff for all the good defending they've done. Holy's in there, of course. It's not really been properly cleared. Jose to help it across, Traore to help it on.
One defend.
And then Neves.
Well done, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that.
Range often, but not that time.
Here he comes, Pulisic.
Pulisic and Tammy Abraham as well. We'll see if they can change Chelsea's attacking fortunes. And Chilwell is going to make way. Me?
He's confused. He's confused.
A bit surprised, wasn't he?
He's a bit surprised.
Over there as left wing back.
I'm a bit surprised by that, but
Pulisic on this right hand side.
And Giroud's off as well. So that's a like-for-like switch with Tammy Abraham coming in there. Abraham's got an amazing record against Wolves. 6 goals in 3 appearances against Wolves, including a hat-trick last season.
yeah, I was actually telling you.
Win.
I was telling you off because of
He's involved straight away here. No,
just
he isn't.
because
The
of
strong
you
was
were
there.
busy spamming and saying stuff multiple
It's
times,
a really bad
and
ball.
you only have to
Frankly,
put it
there's
in
no way of
once.
getting that from Havertz.
He just looks as if he's lacking that little bit of confidence, Havertz. He's trying his best, but it's just not happening in that Chelsea shirt for him at the moment.
Meanwhile at Turf Moor, another goal, and it's Burnley have gone ahead.
Woo!
3-2
What a game!
To Burnley.
Burnley 3, Aston Villa 2. Chris Woods has put him in front.
Been pulling away from trouble, predictably, really.
Well, they come here Sunday as well, against
Yes,
Chelsea,
they
don't
do. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Hudson-Odoi out on the left-hand side now. They need to add a bit more urgency, menace, devil to their work, Chelsea here. Neves to pick it up again. And here's Neto. Didn't look like he could win that ball. He did, though.
Nah.
He's
You
Coleman.
just have to learn just to stop doing it constantly.
Coleman apparently speaks fluent Russian. Not when he's chatting away to the other defenders, you'd hope. Neves, he's found Jose. Thiago Silva. Might have been a foul to the referee.
Well done,
So
Thiago!
Anyway.
So there was an opportunity there for Chelsea to really counter. You know, there was the first time or in the second half, lots of players, Wolves players, gone ahead of the ball, and suddenly Ziyech just comes back again, and they have to start another one of these sort of across the pitch passes, lots of passes, not really going anywhere. Now Wolves obviously are now banked in, defending it like they've been all game.
Pulisic's gone on the right hand side. That's Aspilicueta with a good looking ball towards.
Unlucky, Abraham, unlucky! What are you doing after this? I'm just going to be relaxing after
This
this.
season against Wolverhampton Wanderers, it works out that he's got a goal every 43 minutes he's played against them. It might have been one of those stats Thomas Tuchel didn't know going into this game when he made his selection. Havertz
Go on!
got into a good little position there in the channel down the left-hand side. Mason Mount is going to come on shortly, we understand. for
My
Chelsea.
guy, my other
It's
guy,
getting a
Mason
bit
Mount!
late now.
What do you watch on TV? Quite a lot of things, I would say. I watch more movies than TV, actually.
Tammy Abraham.
If I watch stuff on TV, it will mostly be on Disney Plus or Amazon Prime.
Ziyech.
Ziyech, oh! Let it go for a corner, let it go for a corner. Come on!
He was travelling.
Corner, come on! Come on, Chelsea!
Shouldn't laugh, really, should we?
No, he's done well actually. He's got his head on it purposely, and for a second there you think has he knocked him out, but
10 minutes to go, Chelsea 0, Wolves 0.
I think Ziyech is about to come off, but not before he takes this corner kick.
Oh, go on!
Just
Go on!
travelling around there, the
Go on.
goalkeeper is only half
Put it back in the
punched it
box!
away.
Back in the box!
free kick has been given, presumably for a foul on Rui Patricio and all of that.
You did it very extremely light. The referee...
So quite frustrating for Thomas Tuchel, but it's a big job he's got here, but his path hasn't always been strewn with gold. On his way up, he had a stint as a barman, even modelled clothes for a New York magazine. I don't think he ever sang on TV behind a grandfather clock master, Glenn.
You're not going to let me forget that, are you?
No, I'm definitely not.
Are you doing Liverpool live stream tomorrow night? Maybe, I don't know. I might want to have a break and stuff like that, because I don't. If I'm going to be doing a Chesterfield stream or something like that, I need to have a break, at least a couple of days break. Because I did Chesterfield yesterday against Bournemouth, and I did Chelsea today. So I've streamed for 2 days. Go on, Pulisic! Go on, Pulisic!
Trying to do exactly the same, of course. This looks promising. Kovacic!
Oh!
That was close. Very close.
Kovacic, nearly 1-0 Chelsea there. That's
That's
better, that's better.
In behind Semedo, creating things. Look, little drab, it opens up space as a covering.
The only reason I won't get my Chesterfield shirt out, mate, is it's the Chelsea stream at the moment.
In that central position, he just can't quite wrap his foot round it. Kovacic, he's trying to guide it in that top corner. Wow, that is close. Patricio scampering across.
Only ever scored twice for Chelsea. Mateo Kovacic, but that one just kissed the outside of the net.
Kiss! Oh, kiss the outside the box.
So Ziyech is substituted and Mason Mount is
Ziyech
out.
has gone off for Chelsea and Mason Mount has come on.
Pulisic, danger here. Havertz is arriving in
Go
the
on,
middle.
no one there, boys, no one there.
Not a great clearance.
Go on, Mount.
Here is Mason Mount. Back to Jorginho.
Come on, Chelsea. Another corner.
Behind off Semedo for a corner.
Come on, Chelsea, another corner for Chelsea.
Inside the last, 8 minutes or so now.
Yeah, that's good from Mount.
83 minutes played, Chelsea 0, Wolves 0.
Straight away, he's going to hit the manager between the eyes, even if it's only 5 minutes he's on for.
Come on, someone in Boyle, get your head onto this.
Patricio grabs that one. He wants that clean sheet. Been a long time. Used to be a goalkeeper, Nuno Espirito Santo. In fact, he played in goal for Porto in the Champions League win against Chelsea in his playing career.
What? I have to go research that after this. I need to go research that. Nuno Espirito Santos was in goal for when Chelsea played for Porto when Porto played Chelsea. All right. I got the research to do after this. I can't remember what. See, I'd be interested to find out what season it was.
Rain in southwest London now.
Are you streaming? I know, because I want to have a break. I've streamed 2 days in a row after. So
Pulisic.
I don't want to stream 2 for long periods. Another corner, I think.
Coleman thinks that should be a Wolves ball, and the officials agree with him. It's interesting they're using Pulisic on the right-hand side, which is what Tuchel did at Borussia Dortmund quite a lot.
Yeah, he can play either side, obviously. I've seen him a lot more since he's been in England on that left-hand side. He looks really dangerous on that side. But Hudson-Odoi is the same. I think he prefers to be on the left-hand side. You've got Werner, who's played out there at the beginning of the season. So they've got plenty of options in that position.
Traore. That's a really sloppy ball. Easily cut out by Mount.
Well done. I think it will be Saturday. Saturday for Chesterfield, wherever we are playing.
Close with that excellent effort. Hudson-Odoi having a dart at Herber, gets a shot away.
Oh!
And that's a splendid save from Rui Patricio. Good.
Oh, Hudson-Odoi, unlucky.
Hudson-Odoi, as I said, out on that left-hand side, coming inside on his right foot looks so much more dangerous, doesn't it? Comes inside there, little body swerve, comes in one, comes in twice. There's the deflection, which just takes
Unlucky.
the weight out of the ball and allows Patricio to get across and make that save, but better from Hudson-Odoi.
Mount with the corner kick.
Go on.
Wolves can see the finishing post now.
Oh, referee! Not everything that Chelsea do is a foul! Oh, Dagman Redbridge replay. Okay, thank you for letting me know.
They haven't really parked the bus tonight, have they, Wolves? They've brought a couple of lorries as well, but you can understand it as long as they've gone without the clean sheet and on a bit of a bad run. So they might regard a point here as maybe a little season change or something they can just build on.
Yeah, I mean, they've come here and they've said this is how we're going to play. They're not going to get everyone behind the ball. They've not once pressed Chelsea in their own half. They've allowed them to have their goal kicks, whatever. We're not going to press you. We'll press you from our own half and make it difficult to play through. I think the only disappointment they'll have is possibly with the ball. They would have expected a little bit more of a threat, but I've got to say they've had the best chance. Neto had the best chance of the game.
Yeah, they might be defending 3 points, not one. We'll get your man of the match in a moment, Glenn. You might need a bit of thinking time there. Jorginho.
Come on, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea!
Good
Go
work
on!
by
Go on! Oh!
Brilliant by
Oh!
to be in the right place and smuggle that.
Nearly
But
1-0
there's much
Chelsea
more
again!
From Chelsea, and it was Mason Mount who made it happen.
That was brilliant. Just lets it run across his body there. He just can't pick a blue shot out. Bolly gets across to the near post as well, doesn't he, to make the clearance without putting it in his own goal. But
Come on! Corner Chelsea! Mount to take it, not be the first man again!
I think Mason Mount showing there why Frank Lampard nearly always had him in the starting lineup. And of course he's very much to the fore in England's thinking too.
Come on, Chelsea! Can we get a late winner?
Well, that kind of thing is what Chelsea have been rather lacking. This is Semedo.
Well done, Mount!
Pressured him and
Well done!
taken the ball away from him.
Go on!
Good piece of defending that. Pulisic, not really away, not properly. Some tired legs and minds maybe back there for Wolves now.
Come on, Chelsea! Defend!
Off goes Traore. Neto, lovely switch of the play to Dendonka, who could win it here for Wolves.
Well
but
done! Well
that was
defended!
Hudson-Odoi getting
Well
that
defended
from
onto the
Neto.
Odoi.
What a piece of work from him.
That was a fantastic ball from Neto as well. A great break from Wolves. And Hudson-Odoi there just showing the manager, look, I can track back, I can do the job defensively as well. And comes to Chelsea.
Don't slow down! Keep going! What Pulisic?
And that's where the Quetta can't quite thread it through to Mount. Is Jose. Just trying to hold it up, and
God's
Wolves
sake.
will get the free kick.
This
and
referee
in
thinks everything's a
particular
bloody
hurry
foul.
to take it, you get the feeling.
This referee's thinking that everything's a foul.
Well, this is the Dendonka moment, and Hudson-Odoi getting it away.
The touch just went behind him, didn't it, Ian? He needed to just make that touch in front of him.
Well,
so
Chelsea!
he with his right foot, but just gave it a split second for Hudson-Odoi to get.
Can
back
we
and
get a
make
winner?
that
Can we
defensive
just
clearance.
nick it?
Off comes Traore, on comes the very, very experienced João Moutinho, is normally in the starting lineup, not for this one. Just to guide Wolves over the line. Cody with the free kick.
3 minutes of added on time at the end of the second half.
Early to chip it forward.
Oh, at the end of the game. Sorry.
With all this defending and all this Chelsea possession, Wolves have had a couple of presentable opportunities to have maybe gone away with all 3 points.
Go on, Callum. Go out to the door. Put it in the box.
Havertz inside to Mount. Jorginho to Azpilicueta.
Go on, Pulisic. In the
Chelsea
box.
dangerous
In the
since
box.
Pulisic and Mount have come onto the pitch. And they're begging the question of, might the new manager have done that a little bit sooner? Thiago Silva this time, and Rudiger. Hudson-Odoi again.
Needs to go in the box.
Trying to get to the byline, but doesn't manage to do it. Runs it out of play. That'll do Wolves very nicely. It's not what he had in mind today. And Chelsea hierarchy, who's stuck there watching on, and made that big decision. It's interesting that Roman Abramovich actually thought this time, he didn't usually do this, made a statement in support of Frank Lampard, saying it was a difficult decision and so on and so forth, but the fact is they relieved him of his job. And who's man of the match then, Glenn?
Well, I don't think there's really been one outstanding player on the pitch tonight. I really don't, but I'm going for one, and it's Hudson-Odoi. I think most of the things he's done tonight.
Go Hudson-Odoi!
He's looked a bright
Amen.
spark.
Go Hudson-Odoi!
Positive and forced a save from Patricio there, and he's
Oh
one
dear.
that's had a consistent game.
I thought for a moment there you were going to give us a no decision, not man of the match.
Well, yeah, it could be one day, yeah.
Now then, Mount.
Go on.
Pulisic. Chelsea trying to win it late.
Corner at the end. Corner kick right at the end.
It's pretty evident that Pulisic and Mason.
Go on, take it quick. Take it quick.
Side of the pitch, they've really connected well since they've come on, and Chelsea have been better since they've made those substitutions.
Now or never, really, for Chelsea. Deep into stoppage.
Oh!
And the header looked to be on its way.
Full time, Chelsea nil.
Of the drama.
Wolves nil. Like, subscribe, with the bell.